Hey Buff, how you doing? There we go. Sorry. Yeah. Oh. Oh no. Please don't mind crashing and banging in the background. My coaster just decided to take off. There we go. This fucking song.
Genuine enthusiasm.
Hey, Longfang. Thank you, Fragilities, for the follow. Okay. Good, I'm glad to hear it, Buff. Of course it is, Longfang. That's why I was a minute late starting. Hey Nikki, how you doing? So how are we doing projects? Oh, very exciting, Nikki. Well, I hope you feel better soon. Good luck with your projects, and I will very much look forward to hearing from you. Hey Grox, how you doing? And Kian as well, hello. How you doing? And yes, I see what you've put in the jukebox, you bugger Longfang. Thanks. I mean, it could have been worse. Fuck, thank you very much, Spartan. 8 months subscribed. That's amazing. Thank you so much, friend. How you doing today? Really, Longfang? You shit. I mean, to be fair, they're both really good tracks, so... I am okay, thank you, Grox. Feeling a bit weird, but other than that, I'm okay. Ready for some hobbit before bed. Wonderful. Well, today's stream is going to be ever so slightly shorter than usual, by about an hour, because it's Wib's birthday today, and he is planning on streaming at about 7ish, from what I understand. So we will be doing the obligatory birthday raid, of course. Okie dokie, Nikki, you take care. Hey, Modhell, how you doing? Having sketty and balls, oh my. Oh, well, I hope the house stuff goes well, Modhell. Turn that down a teeny bit, because it's quite loud for me. If it's too loud for you folks, do let me know. And the same goes for my microphone. It shouldn't be, but you know how this stuff is. So. The piece that went rogue, I found it. Is it really one of my streams if I don't lose a fucking piece into the abyss that is the carpet? I think it's supposed to go here. Yeah, that feels right. Yep. So let's do that. Box of kittens is already in the queue, Buff. I think you've put it in twice. Yeah. When Cyborg arrives, I have to yell at him for tempting me into Fallout 4 again. Hello, Tidders and Raiders. How you all doing? Hope you had a good stream. Oh gosh. Thank you very much, Graph, for 16 months subscribe. Bugger me. That's quite some time. Thank you very much. Most appreciated. Right, where were I? Ah, that's right. Just putting this bit in here. Okie dokie titters, you go get some good grub. God, I hope I put this in the right way around. Let's have a look. Uh-oh. Probably not. But it fits like that. No, I think it is like that. Oh no, it is. Panicking over nothing. What else is new? Thank you, Longfang. I've got to admit, turning the jukebox on to find that Moustache was the first song in the list was a bit of a surprise, and did give me a good chuckle. I think I can see how this bit fits together. That's quite the nice little pose. I take it that's what we're supposed to do next. Yarp. Oh. Nice one, Rocket. And okay, Carter, you enjoy your food. Take care, and thank you for popping in and saying hello. Ooh, that sounds interesting, Sam. My spirit was killed today. Why was your spirit killed today, Graph? What's going on? You okay? We got legs. Big legs. Colonial Marines. Yeah, that's fair. That I've never played it myself, but I've heard stories. I've not been able to come to any of those streams, Graph. They're always when I'm working, so I know very little about what's been going on with them. I knew you two were playing a game together, but that was about the sum of it. Sudden urge to look up model trains. Yeah, that's fair, Sinister. How you doing? Hey, Mum, how you doing? Of course she does, she's a cat. That game was a mistake. It's like the Hayao Miyazaki meme. Aliens, Colonial Marines was a mistake. Okay, so 20, 21 and 78C are what I need. Welcome back, Tidders. Hey, Hans, how you doing? Watching anime today. Wow, that is upsetting, Hans. You know, considering Porthos breaks into the bathroom so he can sit next to me whilst I shower. Oh, actually, you know what I need? Back hurts, so I'm normal. Oof. I hope your back feels better soon, Kian. That would have been brilliant, Spartan, yeah. That was super cute. That whole thing. I spent a lot of money on shoes today. Oh, thank you. They are blue with one vaguely holographic purple one. Oh, I'm going to start putting all my sprue bits in a jar. Okie doke, Hans. I hope you enjoyed the episode. What's on the cards for tonight? I'm just going to work on the Tree Lord a bit more. And then when Wib starts streaming, which should be around about 7ish, we'll be raiding for his birthday. Yes, it'll be for making a big batch of sprue goo, Longfang, for the Stomper when I work up the courage to actually start making that. Okay, I have already stolen this song. Okay. Right, what's that? There's 21. So 20 will probably be right at the bottom of the sprue somewhere, won't it? Stomper model is intimidating indeed, yeah. The thing is, Sam, I'm not just building a Stomper, I'm building one from scratch using sprues and melted sprues. Because, you know, I figured the best thing to do with my first ever Stomper was to just go from the ground up. Because I'm insane. I found a really good tutorial on YouTube for how to do it. I've just got to work up the confidence to do it. Because, thank you, Modhale. I'm not particularly confident in my modelling abilities, or my painting abilities for that matter. I don't mind being mediocre at either of them, but yeah, I'm not particularly confident in them, and it's a big, scary project where lots could go wrong. It's significantly bigger and scarier than, say, building this dude, even though he's massive. Same reason I still, after 6-ish, no, more than 6, 8, something like that, years, still haven't built my Necron Tombstalker. I've got as far as cleaning the resin. I will stretch as soon as I have just shave this little bit here. Thank you both. Everyone else should have a little stretch too, especially if you've been sat for a while. There we go. And a bit of hydration is always appreciated, thank you. Oh, Porthos. You smelly bugger. So, oh, Christ. Porthos is kind of in the doghouse this evening. White oak. Long fang. It's the same stuff cricket bats are made out of. Yeah, Porthos is kind of in the doghouse at the moment, because I think our neighbours threw a big dog treat into the garden. Whether it was intentional or not, I don't know, but Porthos started eating it this afternoon, and I picked up as much of it as I could and threw it in the bin, and he's found more bits of it and eaten them, even though he's been told not to already. And oh, Porthos. I'm actually going to have to go and let him out. I'll be right back. God, that smells. On the plus side, Longfang, wireless headphones. I may not be able to see everything that goes on, but I can hear everything. On the note of being able to hear things, I'm sorry if you can hear my fan in the background, but the smell of Porthos's chemical attack is so bad I've had to put the fan on because it's got like scented oil in it, which is making the room smell better. Thank you for the welcome backs, everybody. Hey, Cypher, how you doing? You're not just here for Porthos treats. Well, you might just be here for Porthos treats, that's entirely up to you, but I don't see you that way. You are an enabler, though. Definitely an enabler. Right. So, did I miss anything whilst I was gasping for air? Really am, as is the husband. Oh, fair enough. I know when I'm wanted. Or not, as the case may be. This is 21. There go me instructions. So, in theory... No, that don't feel right at all. But supposedly it is. Okay. Are you... Nah, that makes sense. There we go. Yep, figured it out. Honestly, the pictures on this are so bloody confusing sometimes. Look. They could have picked a better angle, I think. I've given you a silly name, that's Cypher for I like you. Fair enough, Cypher. And I like the silly name you've given me. It's painfully inaccurate to my real name, but all the better for it. And welcome back, Dammy. Porthos's butt is a WMD. So is his face, to be fair. Honestly, bless him. He smells terrible at both ends. You can tell he's getting old. Also, I've shut him out of the office for a little bit so that I can, you know, get some fresh air in here first. And he's scratching at the door, desperately trying to get in. He's already partially opened it. It won't be long before he descends on me again. There's 20. Yep, there we go. He's got the door open. I'm never safe. Hello, Porthos, you smelly little bugger. Is he on his bed? Let's see if he's on his bed. He is on his bed. Look at that. Let's give you a better view for a bit then, eh? I mean, I'm aware that he's, like, hiding underneath the camera. Tap the desk twice if you need help. Marvellous. I really don't want to give him treats right now because he's just done something very, very naughty. So I'm going to put the treats to one side for after he's had a little bit of quiet time. Okie dokie, Tidders. Thank you for letting me know. He heard the treat jar, so I know he's not on his bed anymore, because he's here. But he's not getting the treats, because he's been a naughty boy. And it would be bad of me to reward him when he's just done something naughty. So he's got to wait. Sounds like he's a horror movie villain. He's brighter than your average horror movie villain. That's the scariest part. I have a synthetic bastard sword. Oh, cool, Longfang. But yeah, he, no door can stop him. Like, if it was a properly closed door, and my office door's a bifold door, because I have the smallest room in the house, there isn't space for a real door to sort of open and close. So he can easily push it open. But if it was like a standard door, wasn't bifold, he'd just ram into it until it gave way, because that's what he does, and it's actually a little scary. Cypher, you have been blessed by the kitties. This is a good thing. This is a good day. Go. What was that? Yeah, it's very his, Johnny. Uh-oh. Huh. Okay. Discord decided to update itself. I'm sorry if there's been any lag or anything like that on the stream. It's just decided to fucking try and install something itself. Thanks, Discord, you knob. Okie doke, Spartan, you enjoy your food. Okie dokie, Sinister, you enjoy your food as well. Take care. When I'm out delivering, I worry about some of the dogs that ram the doors. Yeah. I mean, Porthos only does it when it's me on the other side of the door. So that's slightly better. But, like, we've got a proper reinforced front door, as most folks do in this country these days. And it's only been installed for a few years, because we had it installed when we moved in. Because the other one was shit. And there's been times I've been out on the front garden, and I've had him shut in the house, and he has smashed himself against the front door to the point that I have watched the front door shake. That's good, Rocket. It's very enjoyable. Where's your letterbox? My letterbox is in the, like, the centre of the door. Well, not the centre, but, like, yeah. In the place where letterboxes normally are on doors, I guess. Oh yeah, his bonce is very fucking solid. Like I've watched him walk into lampposts, and the lampposts come off worse. It's also made a very satisfying bong noise. Hey, there's no wrong with them, Model. Is that the wrong foot? No, it's not the wrong foot. I have opinions about letterboxes since becoming involved in politics. Fair enough. Dare I ask? And no, it's not right at the bottom. I had a paper round when I was younger, and there was a house that had their letterbox right at the bottom of their door, and they had one of the meanest dogs I have ever encountered. Like, I'm pretty sure they got none of their fucking mail, and they definitely didn't get any of their bloody newspapers, because the second it went through the letterbox, I heard it getting shredded. And they were paying for that newspaper as well. Got a bit here that needs to come off. There we go, that's better. He's got a fancy foot. They really are mod hell, and it's scary. Like, that video I posted of Porthos on my Twitter earlier, where I tell him to lay down, and he does it straight away. I have only started using the down command with him this week? Maybe, like, the end of last week? It's not even been a week yet, basically. And he's already doing it. It did not take him long to figure out what I wanted. Stepping in those tree hills. Fuck yeah, Keaton. Okay, talk to you soon. Yeah, that's right. Thank you for the treat, Grox. I will pop it in the pile. I think he's had enough thinking time now. It's always really confusing, not rewarding a dog for when they've misbehaved. Like, how long do you leave it? How long does it take before they've forgotten what it is that they've done wrong, you know? But yeah, he's had, like, about 20 minutes. I think that's enough time that I can safely give him treats now without it being a positive reinforcement. Oh my god, he stands! Look! I mean, he's literally just a pair of legs and a crotch, but he stands. Progress. He is gonna be big and beautiful. Okay, Porthos, you've been a good boy. And you've sat and you've thought about what you did, so you can have some treats now. Or you can bounce them off your nose and not be able to figure out where they went. That works too. Vivid memories of a certain front door from my paper route. Oof. That sounds terrifying, what hell? I think everybody that's ever had a paper round just has memories of that one house with the horrible letterbox and the evil pet behind it, don't they? Oh, thank you for the posture check, Cypher. And for the treat for Porthos. You can get fat now, ain't you, mate? No. Now this is a good track. Oh yeah, titters. Well, they were when I were a kid. Don't know if they still are now. I've seen letterboxes too small for any letters to get through. Cypher, it sounds like you're having postal flashbacks right now. Are you okay? Yeah, probably not as much these days. But there are some people that just prefer okay then. There we go. That's how he's supposed to be. With his foot on that. So I guess that's the bottom half of him done. And we've got half an hour left. Fuck yeah. Progress. Become a counsellor, they said. Yeah, some people still prefer physical media, and there is nothing wrong with that. I say, looking at the selection of the books I could fit in my office, that I didn't have to put in really useful boxes and stick in the loft. I'm not sad, honest. I miss my books. I liked being surrounded by them. I haven't delivered a bag end for a reason. I know people who use wooden spoons when delivering. Oh god, I should have thought of that. That would have been a really good way to save my fingers. One day. Unlikely. I think I'll always be in the smallest room in the house. And, I have a lot of shit, so have to make do with what I've got. Okay. It looks like it's time to put the face together, which means we need to go to a different bit of the instruction book. What if I end up in a bigger house? Yeah, but we're a specially built hobbit home. I mean, I would totally be okay with that. No, no. This is not the time for daydreaming. This is the time for building Tree Man. Ooh, bit of transistor. Thank you, whoever put this in. What? But the boy who pulled tails isn't in it. Oh, well, that's disappointing. I swore it was in that witch's book. I guess that's lost to the mists of time then, Mum. But thank you for getting the witch's book for me. I'll have to daydream. Daydream and build the tree man. I can try. Okay. Is it like a single piece? Oh, no, it's not. I just went straight past the bit where we build it. Okay, so 22A. We're looking at A's. These will all be on the same sprue then. Maybe in the Book of Wizards. Yeah, it might be in the Book of Wizards, actually. Because we had that as well, didn't we? If it's basically, if Bag End is basically a translation of cul-de-sac, then I guess I live on Bag End, because I live on a cul-de-sac. Fuck yeah. Ha! Nice one, ma'am. So... 24A. Ah, there's 24A. So yeah, if I could have, like, the place of my dreams. For one thing, I wouldn't live in the fucking city. I'd live somewhere that's close enough to the ocean that if I want to go for a fucking walk on the beach, I can. And it'd have a nice garden so that I can grow my own vegetables and have lots of lovely flowers for the pollinators. Maybe if I can learn about it and there's enough space, maybe even keep some bees. That'd be really cool. Not for necessarily making my own honey, just because bees are cool. And I'd have a room where I could keep all my books. With a proper reading nook so I could just sit and read. And just not be distracted by the world. Obviously with a little space for Porthos on the chair. A chair big enough for Porthos to sit next to me. Because the clingy little fucker would be far too annoying otherwise. And a workshop. So that I'd have somewhere to stream my hobby stuff properly with plenty of space. And so that I could start doing cosplay stuff again. Like at the minute, my sewing machine lives in a little nook down here, and if I need to use it, I clear off my keyboard and everything else and stick the sewing machine there, so I can't use my computer whilst I'm sewing. Not that I can do both at the same time, but you know what I mean. Then I could actually think about getting a fucking airbrush. That'd be nice too. Is it me, or has the music just completely come to a standstill? Ah, there we go. It's caught up. Okie dokie titters, thanks for letting me know. Oh, that'd be lovely, Grox. Art Deco style Roman villa on an island. Oh yes, Cypher, that sounds lovely. The ocean's kind of important for me, titters. If I wasn't near the ocean, then I'd want to be near a decent body of water at least. Maybe some trees. Like, seriously, I'd go full off-grid and just go and live out in the woods somewhere if it wasn't for the fact that it would mean that I wouldn't be able to keep in touch with any of my friends. But yeah, proper dedicated hobbying space. For want of a better description, library. A games room. Gotta have a games room. Somewhere that I can play RPs with my friends. Play board games as well. With a table that you can convert depending on what you want to do. So that if you're playing something that involves dice, you can like take the top off of the table and have a recess. So when you're rolling dice, they don't roll off the table. Husband wants a tower. Yes! Towers are cool. What about a bat cave? See, bat caves are cool and everything, but there's a damp problem. And you've got to worry about guano as well. And as much as I love bats, I don't want to be cleaning up all the time. You know? And having me around would probably be really disruptive for their lifestyle as well, which I'm not about disrupting nature. It's not my bag. I like to support it. Yeah, honestly, it's a miracle that Bruce Wayne has any nice suits left. I feel really sorry for Alfred. Hmm. 22A. I'm just going to put the legs back there for a bit, so I've got a bit more space to work with. Ah, there's 22A. Look at that face. Beautiful. It's a miracle Bruce has working lungs. Fair point. Well made. Bruce Wayne and his trusty bat respirator. Maybe Alfred and the bats have a deal. Maybe. Welcome back, Tedders. We are indeed talking about batshit. It does explain why Brucey Woosey is batshit crazy. It does. Okay, we need that bit next, so I may as well cut that off too. Like, if I could have if I had the space, and I could, I'd have a setup where you folks could see the instructions that I'm looking at. Like, I'd have enough space to be able to show you the instructions whilst I'm building stuff, and we'd have more space here so you could actually see what was going on a bit better. Because I'm kind of cramped in a corner. How does he get rid of the smell? Maybe everybody in Gotham is just anosmic. Maybe he just bought a cleaning store and employed them to just wash his basket. Maybe. I mean, he's rich enough, isn't he? But yeah, like, the idea of, for want of a better description, a little solar punk cottage with all of the nerdy things that my heart desires inside it would just be... But it's never going to happen. Like, even if I won the lottery, that wouldn't happen. for a number of reasons. Apparently Robin is bi. Wicked. Which Robin? Asking the difficult questions here. Oh, really? Wicked. Tim's cool. Oh, cool. Thank you, Laughing. Oh dear. I may have damaged that a bit. That's a shame. Let's see if I can salvage it. My elder sister has moved to Cardiff. Oh gosh! I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, Cypher. I mean, the fact that you've just found out about it, I guess, kind of sucks. Fair enough, Dammy. You enjoy What If. Thank you for popping in tonight. Hope you have a lovely evening. Ooh. Hello there, Moldline. That's gonna bug the fuck out of me. Let's just deal with you, shall we? Oh yeah, the jukebox is just playing my shit now, so if anybody wants to put any of their own stuff in, they're welcome to do so. Not that I have any problems with the stuff that I have in the jukebox as standard, just may not be to everybody's tastes. Though if you like kooky shit, I highly recommend Gooseworks on YouTube. Very talented animator and musician. All depends if I get re-elected next year. Well, I hear that Wales is a very nice place to live. So whatever happens, I hope things go your way, Cypher. So how much Blondie do you want? Hey, I'm fine with Blondie. I have not listened to Debbie Harry in a long time. Welcome back, Spartan. Did you enjoy your food? Sufficiently pied. Ooh, what kind of pie? Not had pie in ages. And I know you folks have probably heard me say that about a lot of food. A lot of the time. That is because my diet is very restricted by the person I live with. Slow has really weird eating habits. He doesn't like a lot of food. Oops. Punch in the camera. Always helpful. Let's bring that down a bit though. A little more. There we go. Oh, I wouldn't, Tidders. Steak and ale. Yeah, so I do tend to live vicariously through you lot when it comes to tasty food. Just because the only way I can get most of this stuff is by ordering takeout. And I ain't doing that right now. Like, we have a rule in the house at the minute, because I'm the only one with an income, that we only have one takeout a month, and it's when I get paid, to celebrate the fact that I've been paid. And that's it. And I'm trying to be really good about money at the minute, because I'm trying to save up for something. And it's going okay. Yeah, Longfang's got it in one there. He wouldn't be good eating. Celebrate your cash splash. Yeah, exactly. I prefer lean meat, is my problem here. And, well, considering his diet, yeah. I don't know, Hans. Technically I don't get paid, I have an allowance. Yeah. That's, I think that still counts. But yeah, so, please do tell me about your meals when, you come back from having something to eat, 'cause, I get to enjoy them by proxy. I'm being very dangerous with my blade right now. Don't do what I'm doing. Awesome, Mum. That don't look right at all. But apparently it is. Is there more? Ah, there's another piece that needs to go on the front. Okay, that's fine. Makes sense. Yeah, I successfully removed the bit of plastic I'm trying to remove, Hans. It's okay, it's a fresh blade. I only injure myself on the blunt ones. Macron sardines. Nice, Mum. Your cats are so spoiled. Sushi before the stream. Nice. That sounds very nice, Tidders. Yep. That's exactly what I'm supposed to do with it. Okay then. Or not. There you go. Putting it on the wrong way there, and that's why. Intolerant of potato. Really? Wow. Oh, Cypher. Now I know exactly what you mean there. Because of my medical condition, for a while I had a citric acid intolerance. Couldn't have any fruit. Like, I couldn't even have apples. There was too much citrus in apples. I couldn't have anything with even synthetic citric acid in it. So gummy sweets out of the question. Everything out of the question. Couldn't even have tinned tomatoes because they put synthetic citric acid in to preserve them. And the amount of things I craved, like, yeah, no lemon. I couldn't have orange juice, and it was just like, I really want orange juice. But the icing on the shit sandwich that was that 3 years of my life is that I couldn't cry because the citric acid in my tears caused my face to burn. And I'm a very emotional person. As I'm sure most of you already know. Thank you for the follow, Abid Twitching. Yeah, it's nuts, isn't it? And they claim the human body is intelligent design. I know, right? I mean, just joined for the can't cry because I will burst in allergy. Yeah, thankfully that doesn't happen anymore. The meds that I'm on now seem to have killed that intolerance, which is great. But yeah, that was... That was an experience, I've got to admit. You haven't lived until your own body's trying to just, you know, break you. 23A. Gee, I wonder which piece that is. He's got some very pretty antlers. Are they antlers? Do they count as antlers? I think they count as antlers, don't they? Eat. Oh, come on. There we go. Yeah, this is why I wanted the ancient head, because he's the most ornamental. And I kind of like that. Be fancy. Oh. Head twigs. Yeah, head twigs. Though these are more like head branches. Look at them. Oof. Speaking of oof, for those of you that have voted in the poll for the game that I'll be playing on Fridays once Transistor is finished, which I'm guessing will either be this week or next week, depending on if I finish work on time on Friday and how many times I die trying to fight the final boss. But in preparation for if Arcade Spirits wins, I played the demo just so I could get a feel for it, so I know what's coming. And so that I can try and preempt any warnings that I might need to put into the streams. Because it's by the same publisher as Valhalla, if I'm not mistaken. And I am quite excited about it. It's a lot of fun. I've already picked my favourites. No, it wasn't Sukaban, sorry. It's P-Cube, who I'm pretty sure are involved in Valhalla, but I can't remember how. Can't remember what track my Owl House OC is on. Oh no! Yeah. You can go vote for Backbone at that link. Or you can vote for any of the other three. You can vote for whatever you like. Whatever takes your fancy, folks. I deliberately selected 4 games. Thanks, Longfang. I deliberately picked 4 games that I either know I like or knew I would enjoy. So I don't care what wins. I am very excited by the prospect of playing Arcade Spirits because it looks like a lot of fun and I would like to share it with you all. But you know what, if it doesn't win I might just play it by myself. Yeah, fair play, Tidders. I mean, After Party is one that I stumbled on and really liked the art style for, and I read up on it, and it had quite an interesting premise, and it's got really good reviews, so I figured why the fuck not? Because that one's about 2 people that have died trying to, for want of a better description, coerce Satan into letting them go back to the world of the living. And it's a bar game. So, you know, go from a cyberpunk bar game to a cyberpunk game to a bar game. Seeing a theme emerging here. This is very building a tree dude music. Volume boost. Okay, Tidders has already dealt with it. Is that loud enough? Are you happy? We all good? Okay. We got a face. Skip it. Okie dokie. Oh shit, body. That wasn't a good noise. I just heard a thud. That may be slow waking up. Oh, we may have a problem now. You heard it too? Huh. Ruh-roh. It's not the dog. Yeah, I think Slow might be awake. Ooh, okay. I may have... Oh, excuse me, camera. I may have figured out why there are... No, there can't be. Use the same pieces for all three, don't you? Ah! Bugger. Yeah. Push me aside. So, hey, Shay. Ah, fair enough. I can turn my mic gain down if you want. Because it's exactly where it normally is for these streams, so I'm kind of surprised, but I've noticed it peaking, so... Right. We have a problem. I assembled this piece based on the instructions. More than likely... Yep, Slow's awake! I can see him in the hallway. Found the source of the noise. What? Okay, so this piece here, which is well and truly stuck in place, has a different neck. Hey Duke, how you doing? To the body for this. So... My options, it would seem, are... Try and break it apart and put the correct neck in, or green stuff. Mystery Noise has been caught and would have gotten away with it too if it were not for you and the darn dog as well. Well played, Hans. Well played. How goes the tree people? Well, I decided I wanted to make a combination of all three different tree people, and I didn't think about what that would mean for the assembly process. And I'm now regretting that decision. Okay, I have an idea. This stuff, Cypher. I think what I'll do is I'll just shave this piece off here, and then we'll green stuff it later. Should be fine. No, can't do that. I was going to try and cut away from me, but because of the branches, this is the easiest way to do this on camera. So I've just got to be very careful. Well played, Shay. I don't use super glue on plastic minis. So how you doing, Shay? I don't know if I already asked you. I'm sorry if I did. I'm bad at this. Okay. And then we'll shave a little bit off here. This is going to be a very hit and miss kind of situation, I think. Ugh, yeah, that's going to be really tight. Okay. I mean, on the plus side, the beard's going to cover a lot of it. I'm actually probably not going to stick his head on tonight as a result, though, because I want to be able to paint the neck and everything. Because we may not be able to see that when he's assembled, but I'll know. And I can't do that. Okay, what we got? Yeah, that'll do. A little bit of green stuff will sort that right out. I think. Should be okay, be fine. For once my hands aren't full of splinters. Good! Put that over there. We have a head and legs. Indeed, Long Fang. Okay, so this means all we've got left to build are the arms. This is good progress. I'm pleased with this turn of events. But we come back to the eternal question. Cool sword. Or fancy boop stick. Sword. Staff. Sword. Staff. No insect glaive. Halberd. Yes. Like, I could maybe cut the blade off and cut the bottom off of the staff and do it that way. The urge to make a very... Oh shit, yeah, Long Fang. Do both mixed beer. It does seem like everybody is leaning towards me making him completely untabletopable. And you know what? I'm kind of tempted. Like, it's very me, isn't it? Ah, fuck it. Why not? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I know, right? That's the problem. Like, I really like the staff, and I like the idea of him just, like, bapping people the fuck on the head with it. I do. But also, the sword is so fucking cool, and I want one. And he's a hybrid, so If I ever actually get enough stuff together for a proper let the ridiculous pole arms flow through you. Bravo. If I ever get enough stuff complete and find somebody with an AOS army that I can play against, I'm going to have to ask them really nicely if I can use my totally not legal fucking kit-bashed tree lord. Ah, bugger. Can use it as long as I can use my 3D printed Tomb Kings. Yeah, fine by me. I have no qualms with 3D printed miniatures. Longfang, you're a shit. Because this had to have been you. I know. But we skipped it. It's too quiet. Oh, ma'am. What are we going to do with you? Actually, I tell you what. You need to see this. If I can reach it from here. Which I may not be able to. Oh, no. No, that's not going to fucking work, is it? That was stupid. Hang on. I wrote it down when I was practicing it. And it's been on my desk ever fucking since. I keep meaning to throw the piece of paper away. And I forget about it. And then I look down at my fucking notepad and there it is and I'm earwormed again. I mean, it is fucking beautiful. I don't know why I bothered to trim the stuff off of the bottom there. It's not going to be here much longer anyway. Right. No, I will not bite. Is that too long? Oh, not biting. Okay, I think the best way to figure this out is... No, that'll be alright. Probably. That could have been bad. Thank you, eBay, for letting me know that there are more metal squigs available. I've probably already got them, though. Sorry, tree thingy. Sorry, you probably won't be able to see this very clearly. You can sort of see what I'm doing, but not very well. Sorry about that. There we go. We'll need a little bit of green stuff on it, but... Tree Fingy, lesser known cousin of Tree Beard. Yeah. It's like the second cousin twice removed. Yep, that's about the sum of it, Tidders. This will be interesting. Oh, ma'am, you don't want to be down in Sneak at this time of night. You'll be up all night. What flavour? No, that's a bad plan. Oh, gosh. Chameleos is fun. I really need to play some more Rise. I've not... All the games that I've been meaning to pick up because they've got seasonal content or new content that I really want to play, I just haven't found the time for lately. I've been too tired. Right. Now that we've not got a hand attached to that, let's look again. Yeah, I think about there. I know, Tidders, I know. And I'm so far behind on the Season of the Splicer. I really wanted to get the... No, but I like this end. This is pretty. I want both the pretty things. I will have my cake and eat it, damn it. It's a javelin. Yes. The thing is, as far as I'm aware, I've finished the story. It's just getting the extraneous shit now. Well, except for the finale. It's just finding the time, you know? And, like, work's been a time lately. And afterwards I'm just... Well, thank you very much. And thank you as well, Longfang. if the energy ever takes me, I'll take you up on it. But I know I'm fast running out of time for this season, which is a shame. Why does life have to get in the way of all the fun shit, right? Being a grown-up sucks. Bloody hell, Tidders. You put a lot of time into it, huh? I always get a little nervous when the track stops abruptly, because I don't know if it's, like, my headphones cutting out, or if it's just the track. There we go. So, as you can see, gonna need a little bit of green stuff, but that's okay. I am actually gonna pin it as well, because these two pieces aren't supposed to be together. So, but yeah, I could have put it here, but I really like the whole, like, spindly stuff. And what I might do, if I can wrangle it. No, I don't think I'll be able to. I'll fix them out. On the note of Destiny, have you folks all seen the Baby Eliksni plushie? So cute. Like they're quite reasonably priced as well. So I know I could probably save up and get one, but one, I already have too many things I need to save up for, and some of them are far more important than others. Really can't prioritise another plushie over some of them. And I don't think that Flo would be too happy if I bought any more plushies. Right. A little bit there. Okay, I think that's about as good as it's going to get for now. This has got a couple of little bits on it, and then I'm going to pin it. How are we doing for time? Have we heard any news on if Wib is starting yet? Or is it definitely going to be more like 8 o'clock now? Okie dokie, Cypher. Thank you for popping in tonight. I hope you've had a good time, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your evening. Take care.
Same goes for you, Double.
What the fuck? That was my watch. It's never done that before. Yeah, I ain't reading that out, Spartan. Yeah. Hopefully, as much as it looks rough at the moment, once it's painted it won't do. This is how I pay Siri back for chatting when it's not supposed to. Smacking my watch against my desk repeatedly by accident. Such an awkward place to have that. Awesome, Sinister, what did you have? And welcome back. Seeing as I was more interested in the food for a second there. Sorry. Had a gremlin moment. And before anybody tries to tell me off, I have eaten today. Ooh, sounds very nice, Sinister. Lovely. Okay. Yep, that looks good. I'm alright with that. Yeah, basically, Tidders. Well, I am hungry, to be fair. I normally eat my tea after this stream, because of the timing of it. Hungry. Pin. We're going to pin it. I'm also a bit of a space ace today, so... Oh, Sinister, you're talking my language there. I fucking love udon. Drill. Where's my drill? I didn't have it that long ago. Oh. It's right in front of me. Please excuse the disorganisation in this tray. In you go. There we go. Drill. This will either go really well or horribly. Well, it is. Right. Is that deep enough? Yeah, that'll work. Okie dokie, Hands, you take care. Thank you for popping in today. Yeah, I know, I should, but I'm an agent of chaos, Longfang, what can I say? Oh, wait a minute for that to dry. Oh dear, Spartan. See, if I'm doing something not mini related that requires drilling, I always pile up mark, but oh, no. You ain't stuck. Back in you go. And now we wait. Okay, while that's drying, and that's waiting. Oh! I don't think I've shown you folks my new friend, have I? I might have done last week. My memory is fuzzy. Isn't he neat? He's as old as me is. I like his sunglasses. He is literally shady. No, that made it worse. There we go. Oh, titters. Hang on a minute. There you go. You deserved that. Right. We need some arms. Rad Gobbo. Yes, very Rad Gobbo. He's getting a Hawaiian shirt when I get round to him. I'm thinking of making him a tour guide for the Squig Sanctuary. So the sign will say, like, photos, 5 teeth, or whatever. Real Squig Shady. Fuck yeah, nice one, Shay. That's the wrong tree, dude. Hey, Cyborg. I'm sorry to hear that you're tired, grumpy, and hungry, but I'm glad that you're home. And I hope, other than those things, you are doing okay. And thank you for being subscribed for 15 fucking months. Damn. Used Squig sales a lot. Yeah, a little bit. Arms. Arms is the thing I was looking for. Oh, Cyborg, something to possibly cheer you up a little bit. Your little meme from earlier is now part of the art reel, and will remain part of the art reel for all time. Thank you for the treat for Porthos, Cyborg. Oh my god, I think he's asleep. Okay, I'm going to put the treat to one side for when he appears next to me, as he is so often wont to do. Ah, there is something in my eye. Wibs live. Wicked. Okay, I will do the arms next week then, I guess. Oh no. Stream Deck's having a moment. Alright. I need my keyboard. Oh, and Porthos is here now. There you go. There's your treat. Right. So. Actually, can't my mods start raids off? Just thinking. No. Oh, shit. I'll have to sort that out later as well. Right. Whew. Massive thank you everyone that's come along today. We've made some really good progress on our Tree Lord, which is very exciting. Thank you for the treat for Porthos, Shay. You shit. I thought I did, but maybe not, Tidders. I'll sort it out later. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun, and yeah, I just want to say an extra thanks for folks that have been putting really interesting music into the jukebox over the last few weeks. It's been really nice to get such an eclectic mix of music. So thank you for that. Yeah, thank you as always to my followers, my subscribers, folks that cheer, folks that donate. Thank you to my mods for being fucking awesome. And thank you to everybody, really. Like, folks that chat, folks that lurk, folks that signal boost. I really do appreciate everything you do to help keep these streams going. And to make sure that I can keep company, I guess. Anyway, I'll be back on Friday. Until then, take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. Wash your fucking hands. And wish Wib a happy birthday.